I lost 80 pounds in less than 5 months performing rolling fasts. I ate whatever I wanted during my refeeds and fasted my ass off to get the scale to drop. That's the honest truth. 10 months later and I've still kept the weight off. It isn't magic, there's no secret behind it. Yes, I went for regular walks, yes, I lifted weights at the gym, but at the very beginning of my journey, I literally fasted for days, ate for a few hours, and repeated the process for 5 months. And honestly, today, 15 months later, it's pretty much the same thing. Over time, my fasts have gotten shorter, from 90s to 65s to 42s. Well, 42s is my goal, but it's been more like 65. Some days I eat consecutively. Some days I go on vacation and eat for a week in a row. But one thing's for sure, when it's time to work, I work. Fasting and feasting and fasting and feasting. I don't use food for comfort every day anymore. I don't use food for stress every day anymore. I don't use food for boredom every day anymore. On the days I'm fasting, I deal with these things in different ways. I've broken the habit of food always being my coping mechanism. I think that's a big one for me, is not using food as a coping mechanism. Now that doesn't mean that when I refeed, like even when I refeed tonight, that I am not going to use it to relax and enjoy and have that kind of dopamine hit when I'm eating the foods that I'm eating. But what I'm trying to say is that in the last 450 plus days, that for the majority of that time, I am no longer using food to cope. And I want you to take this into consideration. Just because you are using that for boredom, for stress, for whatever reason, doesn't mean that it just goes away completely. Because even for me, I know that it doesn't. But the thing that you can think about is that you can try to control it from happening often, especially if it's something that's just happening day and day and day again. If you want to break that cycle, you have to put yourself in a position to change your habits. Nobody said it was going to be easy, and that's why I'm so adamant about imperfect consistency. Because like many of us, we are going to have that motivation at the very beginning to push super hard, and we are gonna find that we can do things if we are motivated. But what about when you are not? What are you going to do then? That's when it really counts. If you are finding yourself using food to cope, or you're overeating, or you're even binging, is the frequency of that starting to become less and less and less because you are changing the habits about yourself? This shit takes time. I've been doing this for 15 months, and it's not like I have this down to perfection. It's not like I don't struggle every now and then. I mean, hell, look at the volume of food that I eat during my refeeds. I still haven't completely fixed that part yet. But I also know I'm not perfect, and I know it takes time, and I want to give myself grace, and I'm okay with that. The only way you're gonna figure this shit out is by doing, is by showing up, is by being accountable. Don't forget that. I'm currently 62 hours and 20 minutes fasted and will be breaking at the 65-hour mark tonight. And then I'll be pushing another 65-hour fast after tonight's refeed. Are you in? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget, I don't care if it's a 16-hour fast or a 65-hour fast. All that I care about is that you show up and be accountable. You hit your timer and you go again. If you're looking for additional help when it comes to fasting, weight loss, or accountability, check the link in my profile, bio, or link in the description for one-on-one coaching. I'll see you in the next one.